A very good morning. You are with the News Minute, and this is News in a Nutshell. I'm Pooja Prasanna, and we start this Friday morning's bulletin with a developing story with the latest on the Srisailam fire. Yesterday, in fact, on Thursday night, a short circuit led to fire in the left bank of the hydroelectric power plant in Telangana's Srisailam, and 10 of them who were inside managed to immediately escape, but there are at least 9 who are trapped, and there are rescue operations on even as we speak. The district authorities as well as the fire brigade and other police personnel and other authorities are currently on. My colleague Charan has in fact been tracking this very closely, and you can visit our website for all the latest on this as we update you on the latest in terms of what's happening I beg your pardon, in that fire accident. We stick to the state of Telangana for our second story, where the IMD has issued a red warning to at least 20 districts across the state of Telangana. And we are given to understand that several districts that include Adilabad, Khammam, Karimnagar and Warangal can expect heavy to very heavy rainfall over the next few days. And the IMD has also issued a warning that there could be waterlogging, heavy flooding, and even roads getting inundated. Big trees as well as electricity poles could be uprooted. So those of our viewers who are joining us from the state of Telangana, particularly from Hyderabad, make sure that you keep an eye out for the area around you, especially if you're living in low-lying areas. Make sure that you are watchful in case of the water levels increasing. Make sure that you evacuate, and you and your family can remain safe. If you come across any rain-related or flood-related incidents, if you have any visuals or photographs, do send it to us, and we will ensure that it reaches more people. Any warning, any update that you have, please make sure that you send it to us so that we can ensure that people are safe in view of the heavy rains expected across Telangana. And we will move to Kerala for our next story, where an all-party meeting yesterday, almost unanimously except for BJP, were in favor of moving a resolution to protest against the privatization of the Thiruvananthapuram airport. Now, Adanis have been given a lease of 50 years to develop and maintain the Thiruvananthapuram airport along with 7 other airports across the country. And this is something that has become a talking point across Kerala. The state government has been strongly opposed to this, and even the opposition parties have come together in opposing this move of the central government. The Chief Minister has already shot off 2 letters to Prime Minister Modi, very strongly registering his protest, and has also decided that on the 24th of August, when the State Assembly will convene, there will be a resolution that will be moved on the floor of the Assembly against the privatization of Thiruvananthapuram airport. In fact, the state government has gone on to say that they would be happy to match the the investment that Adani Group will be giving, so that the state government can be a stakeholder in development of Thiruvananthapuram airport. And has also, in a sense, yesterday in that meeting short of a warning to the centre as well as the Adani Group that nobody who has a business sense will want to engage in a business where the state government is strongly opposed to it. This will of course cause more problems for all parties involved. This is a story that is developing in Kerala, and we will continue bringing you updates as and when they develop, and you can get more details on the same on our website, thenewsminute.com. Our final story is from the state of Karnataka, where yesterday in an interview to my colleague Teja, the excise minister Nagesh did confirm that the state government is likely to allow bars and pubs to serve liquor from September. Of course, they are awaiting guidelines from the centre on the same. From September, Unlock 5 is expected to start, and the excise minister did tell my colleague Teja that they are hoping that the centre will allow for serving of liquor. He did go on to say that the association which runs bars and pubs, the owners association, has in fact submitted a memorandum to him, which he has passed on to the chief minister, and has also put across how the entire industry, the stakeholders, have suffered huge losses over the last 5 months since lockdown began in Karnataka. all pubs and bars have not been allowed to serve liquor, while they are allowed to sell at MRP for takeaways. We have in fact spoken to all the stakeholders, and we have voices from across all spectrum. You can read our read on our website an article by Teja which will give you all the details, and we will of course continue tracking this and all the other updates from across South and across the country. Do join us again at 6:30 this evening, where we will bring you all that happened through the day and update you on the latest from across the South. Thank you for joining us. This is Pooja Prasanna signing off for the News Minute.